Hi guys, and welcome back to our DCUO Let's Play for the PS3. I'm Ninja Misty, and I am going to take you on a little journey today while I create my lair. Ninja Andrew has actually done his own episode, so we're going to give you guys our two perspectives on this really neat feature they added to DCUO. The ability to create a lair actually came with the last DLC pack, Home Turf. So the first thing we're going to do, first thing you need to do is make sure that you're level 12, because that is when the mission becomes available to you. As you can see, I'm level 28. I waited a little while because I was gathering lair items on some of my other characters, so I would have some furniture to show you guys. So let's get started. You're going to open up your journal, and you're going to go down to the mission Homestead. Activate on that mission, and you're going to check your inventory to use the deco and the Gothic lair theme. So let's accept the Gothic and then the deco. And as you can see, these are two. Hang on while Oracle talks to us. Okay, as you can see, these yellow ones are actually additional lair styles that I purchased from the store. So I have Eastern, Ancient, and I also have the Cave, which I might have already accepted that, but we'll check that in just a second. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and accept the Eastern. Okay, it says I've already collected the Eastern, so I might have put that in twice. So I'm just going to move this down here, and I will deal with that later. Okay, so the next thing it's telling us, go back into our inventory. Actually, we need to go back into the journal because we completed that mission. So our reward is the deed.
Grant you access to a base and allow you to choose a location in Metropolis or Gotham for the entrance. Give it a go.
Okay, so now we're going to go back into our inventory and we're going to consume the deed. There it is right there. Okay. So now comes the point where you can decide what type of theme do you want and what city. So right now available to me, I have the Ancient, the Eastern, Gothic, Deco, Industrial. I also have the Cave. I just have not accepted that out of my inventory in the store just yet. But that's okay, because right now I'm going to do a deco themed lair. And I think I'm going to put mine in Gotham to start out with. You can have up to 4 layers. What you can do, you can purchase additional deeds in the store, or you can also use the Skeets vendors in the police station using your loyalty points if you're a legendary member. So for right now, I'm going to start in Gotham, and let's see if we can find a good location. You can zoom in on your map using R1. You can zoom back out using L1. As I scroll through, you can see some locations cost more money. I guess you pay for real estate and views, just like on the outside. All right, so let's see. Cotton Candy Court, Carousel Way. I would imagine that this area, it looks like the East End's going to be near the Joker's Funhouse, which could be kind of funny. I have to say that Cotton Candy Court is appealing. And while I'm scrolling through, I'm going to see if I can highlight. It looks like you can get There we go. Okay, Arkham Asylum's gazebo roof. You can see there that it does cost substantially more cash, but the thing that you'll find about iconic locations, they also cost marks of triumph. And at our level, since we're below level 30, that's not going to be available to us at this time. But the cool thing is later on down the road, once you have your marks of triumph, or if you want to buy an additional layer, once you start earning marks of triumph, then you can go back and you can move, or you can, like I said, buy additional deeds. So let me go back up because I think that Cotton Candy Court is calling my name. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to consume this deed. And now it's asking me if I want to enter my base. So let's go with Oracle and take a little tour. Okay.
This is your mainframe, the nerve center of your lair. You can use it to gain access to powerful tools like orbital strikes, backup reinforcements, and powerful equipment mods. Your mainframe's power is maintained here as well, so be sure to keep it up so you can have access to more powerful features. This is your dispenser, where you'll retrieve the items that you've selected in the mainframe, such as communicators for your backup and orbital strikes. Finally, this is your base's control panel. It's used to enter decoration mode, alter some of the colors of your base, and for other utility purposes.
Okay, so I'm going to go into my journal. You can see that the Home Sweet Home mission is complete, so I'm going to click on that.
That's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to owning and operating your base. Let's get started on placing some base items. I've given you a few things. Check your inventory and collect the base items.
Okay, so I'm going to go into my inventory and I'm going to collect the items that were just given to me as a reward for completing that mission. These are the same for everybody, across hero and villain. You're going to get the diner clock, the old layered granite coffee table, and the decorative hanging lamp. So I'm going to go ahead and collect those.
Inventory, use the control panel to enter decorator mode.
Okay, and we'll do that in just a minute, but we're going to run through a couple of other points. One, the color scheme. Depending on which layer that you pick, the colors might be more prominent. I've noticed with this being the Art Deco, it's very vibrant. You can see the pinks and the kind of aqua color that I'm wearing. You can change those by coming over, holding circle to your control panel.
Items at the appropriate markers. While most base items are cosmetic, there are amenities you can acquire that have very specific functions like bank, mail, and broker access. However, amenities can only be placed at specific markers. Once you've filled up enough markers, you will unlock free placement mode and be able to place base items almost anywhere. So, that about wraps it up. I'm sure you'll uncover even more interesting things about your base. Good luck. And don't forget to try placing those items. Oracle out.
Okay, so if you click X on Enter Decoration mode, you can see here that you can open the color menu. You can place or pick up items, remove held items, rotate items. Down at the bottom, it tells you how many of your amenities have been placed. And like Oracle was talking about, you can get the mailbox, a sparring target, a soda color vendor, an R&D vendor, an R&D table, the vault, the broker, and a respec station. You can only have 4 of those at a time, but they really come in handy, and that's really a neat function. It keeps you from having to go to the police station as much, or you'll find as you play trying to create mods, opening a lot of menus in the watchtower puts you at a high risk for freezing. So I like coming to my base just because it's a little safer. All right, so I'm going to exit out of this really quick by pressing triangle. Okay, This is a really neat function that doesn't help us at this point because we're below level 30. You can collect the dive hideout from this, and that's really all we can see at this point. When you hit level 30 and you start earning marks of triumph and putting cash into keeping your generators going, that's when you can buy things like orbital strike. You can have backup, call in like goons, call in your group to back you up. You can also have a sidekick, a supply drop, and there are also weapon modifiers. And we'll talk about that in depth when we hit level 30. But just let's fly in here and we're going to take a look at our generator. Okay, so you're going to press R1, that will take you over to the generator. And you can see right now there are 4 cells. When the time comes, when we start earning those marks of triumph and have more of a use for what the mainframe can provide for us, then we'll fill up our generators. You have to watch those. You're going to land up paying, depending on what level, if you want level 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're going to keep an eye on that. About once a month, you're going to have to re-up these. When you activate your generators, depending on how many you activate, will allow you to use your mainframe. And this is where you can see the orbital strike, the supply drop, sidekick, backup, and tactical mods. You can scroll through those. It tells you the cost goes up progressively. You can see level 4 boosts are expensive at 3,125 marks of triumph. But the payoff is nice. So when the time comes, you can decide out of these what tickles your fancy, so to speak. Right now, I'm not going to go into a lot of depth because, once again, this is when we hit level 30 and we really start making those marks. Something that you can look at now is permissions for who you're going to allow to come into your base, and when they're there, what they can do. So I'm going to click on Ninja Andrew. I'm going to allow him to enter my base and to use the amenities. So you click back over to permissions, you see that his name's highlighted, the things that he can do while he's here. Moving items, once you place your base items, if you give somebody permission to do that, they can kind of come in, move them around a little bit. They can't delete anything or hide your furniture from you. So I really don't know what the point of that is. If you feel like you need to give that permission to somebody, that's perfectly fine. Just don't worry, they can't delete your stuff. Okay, so I'm going to press circle and back out of this. We'll just kind of take a look around before I put down any furniture or amenities. You've got an upper level. This is the mid-level, which is going to take you back out where we started. So you can come back here, go down, and you kind of have your basement level. All of the layers, while they do have different style elements to them, pretty much it's the same setup. Upper, mid, lower floor. Okay, so we're going to come back out. We're going to go back over to our control panel. We are going, oh, something I can show you while we're here. We can name the base. Right now, I'm not sure what I want to call my base. So I am just going to be really boring and call it base 1, and I will come back and rename it. But just to give you an idea, I'll show you when we finish and go outside locating your base. Okay. Before I start decorating, I'm going to go back into my journal and accept the I Love Lamp mission. Okay. So let's go into decorator mode. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to come over here, and you're gonna see there are pink circles, which are for amenities. And then the blue circles that you see here are gonna be just for your regular base items. Right now, free placement mode is not unlocked. As you can see, if you look to the right of my screen down at the bottom, I have to place 20 items to unlock free placement mode. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come over here and press square, and I'm going to put my mailbox down. Now, the way that you get your amenities, you're going to do collections that came with the home turf. It's new yellow collections that are at Arkham, Ace, Strikers, and Steelworks. Ninja and Andrew and I have worked quite a bit trying to get these. All right, I'm going to place that and press square to lock it in. Okay. So I'll give you an idea here. I'm just going to press square and let's see. You can see as you open through the menu, as you scroll down, it will show you pictures. You can rotate it with your controls just to take a look. I think this would be a good place for the piano. Okay, you'll find it does get a lot nicer when you have free placement mode, just being able to angle things, put them in areas. Like if free placement mode was unlocked, I could place an area, just a base item, not an amenity in here. But right now, because the pink circle is there and I am locked into, I guess you would call it forced placement mode, my only option would be to put an amenity there. So let's travel in here and let's go downstairs. Okay. I'm going to put my sparring target right here. You can line it up. You can rotate it by holding R1 and then moving the joystick. Square to place. Okay, now I have my little sparring target so I can build up my supercharges. Let's see what other items I might want to put down. I'm not going to do a full decoration of my lair. I'll come back and do a little, 2-minute tour once I get everything set up. This is just to kind of give you an idea of what's available for you. Okay, let's just put a set of lockers here. Let's say this is the workout zone. So we're going to put some lockers up against the wall. Okay, this is actually a good time for me to show you. You can hang lamps. As you can see, you line up your marker, press square, and it will open what's available that hangs from the ceiling. You can see here there are tapestries, hanging lamps, tarps. It's kind of like a funhouse type theme. Hanging lanterns. Okay, so let's just hang the nightclub lamp there for now. Okay, and also you'll find, like, if I was able to hang this lamp in this darkened corner over here, it's not going to give me any light. So just keep that in mind if you're hanging pictures and things on the wall, that if it's really dark, you're going to have a hard time seeing it. So let me show you. I think I might have a few pictures or cell block numbers that I could hang on the wall. Chalkboard, security camera, paintings, TVs. Those seem to be really popular. Okay, just to kind of give you an idea of what's available. All right. So I'm going to go back up here and place an additional amenity. I'm going to put a respec station. That's if you want to change your powers, or if you want to, let's say, change your weapon. We'll go into more detail about that in an upcoming episode. Okay, and I'm going to place my soda vendor here, which is really, really nice because you can come in here, you can repair, buy supplies. Okay. Nice. All right. So what I am going to do now is press triangle, exit out of this mode. And that kind of just gives you a general idea of how to get started. I'll come back in, get my lair exactly how I want it, or at least for now with the items that I have, and then I'll add just like I said, a little tour at the end to give you an idea of what it looks like when everything is set up. And let me just fly through and show you. One of the cool things is when you do lair battles, it kind of, as you do each round, kind of pushes you through your lair. So it's nice to show off what you have and also to see what other people have. And as you're fighting, the items are breakable. As you can see, I just destroyed my piano, but it will respawn. Then you can come in here. There's the respec station. I put my soda cola vendor upstairs, which you can see it's just like what's available to you in the watchtower or in a police station. I'm going to come down here. It's my sparring target, which is really neat. Like I said, particularly when you get higher level and say you're in your base and you want to look for a group, you can go to the LFG tab, join a group. Let's say they're going on a raid, and you can wait in your base and build up your supercharge. And if you have your soda cola vendor, you can go up and repair and get all your supplies. It's really a nice feature. So it is worth the time to try and get those collections complete that give you the base amenities. It can be a little bit frustrating and a little bit of a pain, but it is worth it. If all else fails, you can farm lots and lots of exobits to sell and make money and buy those collections out of the auction house. But hopefully you will have good luck and be able to find them on your own. So I'm going to leave you at this point. I will come back and show you my decorated pad. As always, it is a pleasure to hang out with you guys, and I hope you enjoy our episode. And please post questions and subscribe, and if you see us when you're playing, give us a shout out or a wave. We enjoy doing this, and we hope that you enjoy what we do as well. So for now, this is Ninja Misty, and I will see you in the DC universe. Bye-bye. Hi guys, and welcome back. It's Ninja Misty, back for the little ending part of my DCUO Let's Play for the PS3, Lair creation and decoration. So I'm just going to give you a quick little tour of what I have put out in my lair. You can see there's some cool things that you can pick up: statues, telescopes, the rainbows, and pots of gold, which I actually have a pot of gold upstairs I'll show you. Those came from the St. Patrick's Day event, so they'll be back next year. Although rainbows you might be able, if you have a lot of cash on you, to buy in the broker. So just to give you kind of a quick little tour, you can put a total of 200 items in your base. I'm not sure exactly how many I have out at the moment. I know it's nowhere near the 200. So you can see the pot of gold here in the rainbow, an alchemy table, which is kind of cool, mystical emissive bed. I put another rainbow. I think you can probably tell that I really liked the rainbows. Portrait on the wall, mystical chair. Once again, my soda cooler vendor. Cat statue, which is kind of cool. Second level, I really haven't put anything out here. I moved my sparring target up here. My respec station is there. Let's go downstairs. It's kind of like a gaming room. The craps table, which actually is a reward for completing one of those collections I was telling you about that's available in Metropolis and Gotham. TV, some theater rows, pool cue on the wall, another piano, a hot tub from the Valentine's Day event, and surprise, surprise, yet another rainbow. So that just kind of gives you an idea of some of the cool things that you can get on your journey through the DC universe. There's some really neat things out there, lots of things that I haven't even seen. So let me go out here so I can show you the entrance to my base. We're just going to exit out. Hopefully, we're going to exit out in a timely fashion. I think you're probably used to it by now. Sometimes the loading time is a little longer. Okay, totally. Here I am. Here is the entrance to my base, which I named Mystical Oz. You can see that we are in Gotham in the East End, and we are right across from one of the poison ivy areas, and you can see the little spores that are in the air. And while I'm thinking about it, let me show you. Let's see. I don't know if Ninja Andrew has given me permission to enter into his base, but what you can do, I'll take you back through it. Press left on your D-pad. Go to your friends list or league or whoever you're wanting to go visit. I click X on his name. Show his base entrance. And let's say that he had a base here as well. I would be able to see the little portal to enter in. I believe his base is in Metropolis, so we'll go there at some point and I can demonstrate that for you. But just so you know, just make sure that whoever you're wanting to go visit, make sure they've given you permission to enter their base. Okay, so it looks like I have a little bit of trouble at my front door. So I'm going to take care of that, and I'm just going to go back in my base so I can wrap things up. So as you can see, that sometimes you might find that you've put your base in a location where there is some action at your front door. But that's what being a hero or a villain is all about, right? Alright, I'm going to stand over here next to my really awesome, cool lion and my rainbow and bid you guys farewell until next time. As always, we love to do this and answer your questions, so please subscribe and follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.